Ilford 3200 ISO film is our favourite. Now, it's not for everyone, but here's why we love using it. 3200 ISO in a film camera means that you can shoot in the dead of night, and if there's a little bit of light available, as there was at this train station, then you can actually get a shot. Now, the shutter speeds are going to be slow, but your exposure is going to be correct, and if you can hold yourself well, then you can get these great, fantastic grain in your shots. This is probably the reason why we like it. Nighttime shots are always cool, but with film and 400 ISO and 200 ISO, handheld really is not a possibility. So simply walking along an LA street, I can just find these shots with film and give them that sense as if they were taken 50 years ago, 60 years ago. So it's that combination of being able to shoot with very slow shutter speeds. And here we are just blurring somebody in a cabin and getting the shot that you simply wouldn't get otherwise with film of a lower ISO. Now, you'd get this absolutely fantastic grain, just amazing grain that you get with that. It's almost like you can ruin a shot but improve it. Like, digital photography has brought cleanliness to the image, and you can certainly apply filters, you can use grain filters, but there is a problem here, we think, and that is that film is silver halides. Silver halides, the way they react to a curve, to an angled line, is not quite the same way the filter applies in the shot. Now, can you see that? I'm not really sure you can, but can you feel it? Yes, we definitely think you can. So when you are in nighttime situations, 3200 ISO is absolutely spot on. It's just perfect. The problem comes when you want to shoot in the daytime, because with film, you are no longer able to change the ISO shot to suit the current lighting conditions. So 3200 ISO outdoors is going to push those shutter speeds. Certainly on older cameras that can only go to 1/1000 of a second, maybe 1/500 of a second. Overexposure all over the place. So how do we deal with that? Very simple. You get yourself a neutral density circular filter. As I rotate this, the light level drops coming into the camera. And if I can go out in the bright sunny day of the midsummer day, I can drop the light coming into the camera, which means I can bring that exposure, that shutter speed, well within the range of what the film camera is able to do. Now, daytime shots have a different feel. There's no doubt about that, because it isn't as, I suppose, romantic, it isn't as dramatic, it isn't as mysterious, but we still get those lovely grain in all of those shots. So if I go back here again and we start and you just look at that grain, even in the sky, we have a little bit of the grain. And when we go into the shadow areas, that's when you can really see it. So there's just this fantastic feel to film, a high ISO film that we think is really hard to replicate in any other way. And yes, you can apply filters. But I suppose one of the things that we would say about applying filters is that you tend to apply them willy-nilly. You tend to apply them, oh, this shot could benefit from that. That shot could benefit from that. But what we have here is a series of images that have been shot under the same conditions, in a sense, certainly if you're shooting on one street at one time, but definitely if you are using that film, then all the shots have that same feel to it. So I'm going to leave you with these final shots here, that even in the daytime, get yourself that circular polarizer, or it is a circular polarizer, but basically a circular neutral density filter, and you can use these high ISO films morning, noon, and night. I hope this helps.